Have you ever looked up at a bird soaring through the sky and felt a sense of wonder? There's something magical about the effortless way birds glide above us, riding the wind, free from the limits of the earth below. For thousands of years, humanity shared that dream. Across continents and cultures, people gazed upward, longing to break free from gravity's grip and join the birds in the open sky. People yearned for the freedom of flight, imagining what it would be like to leave the ground and see the world from above. The idea of soaring over mountains and oceans captured imaginations everywhere. This wasn't just fantasy, it was a driving force for some of history's greatest minds. The dream of flight inspired generations to push the boundaries of what was possible. Artists drew flying machines, thinkers wrote about flight, and inventors built contraptions with flapping wings, hoping to mimic birds. Some sketched elaborate designs, while others risked their lives testing new ideas. Most attempts ended in failure, but the dream persisted. Each crash and setback only fueled the determination to try again, to learn and to improve. The sky was a puzzle no one could solve, until two brothers from Dayton, Ohio, decided to try. In a small bicycle shop, they began their journey. They weren't wealthy or highly educated, but they shared an unbreakable bond and relentless curiosity. Their partnership was built on trust, patience, and a shared vision. Their story isn't just about machines, it's about the human spirit's capacity to dream and persevere. It's about teamwork, creativity, and the courage to challenge the impossible. The limitations we face are often just the starting point for our greatest achievements. Every obstacle is a chance to grow, to innovate, and to reach new heights. And so, our story begins. Not with a king or a famous scientist, but with Wilbur and Orville Wright. Two ordinary men with an extraordinary dream. They took the ancient dream of flight, and, through willpower and genius, made it real. Their hands shaped wood and cloth into something that would change the world forever. They were about to teach the world how to fly. Their achievement would inspire generations to come, opening the skies to all of humanity. The journey to the sky was about to begin. A new era was dawning, full of hope and possibility. Let's see how they did it, and discover how the dream of soaring finally became reality. Orville and Wilbur Wright grew up in a home filled with books and curiosity, not expensive toys. Their childhood was shaped by evenings spent reading together, exploring ideas, and asking questions about the world around them. Their father encouraged them to ask questions and learn by doing. He believed that true education came from experience, and he inspired his sons to experiment, build, and discover for themselves. As boys, they received a small helicopter toy powered by a rubber band. It was a simple gift, but it captured their imaginations and planted the first seeds of wonder about flight. When the toy broke, instead of giving up, they built their own version, sparking a lifelong fascination with flight and invention. This moment marked the beginning of their journey as inventors. The brothers were best friends and partners, each with unique strengths. Wilbur, the quiet visionary; Orville, the energetic tinkerer. They didn't attend college, but their bond and shared curiosity drove them forward. Instead, they started a printing business, then opened a bicycle shop in Dayton, Ohio, where they learned the value of hard work and creative problem-solving. The bicycle shop became their engineering school, teaching them about balance, control, and lightweight design, skills that would prove essential for flight. Every repair and adjustment deepened their understanding of mechanics, as they learned to solve problems with patience and creativity. They didn't realize it, but their work with bicycles was preparing them for a much bigger challenge, one that would push the limits of what was thought possible. The skills they honed, precision, patience, and problem-solving, would soon help them conquer the sky and change history forever. Their partnership was their greatest asset, allowing them to support and challenge each other through every setback and breakthrough. Together, they were ready to tackle the impossible, driven by a shared dream and relentless determination. The dream of flight was no longer just a fantasy, it was becoming a plan, carefully sketched out and tested in their workshop. The Wright brothers were about to take their first real step toward making history, fueled by years of preparation and hope. Their journey from Dayton would change the world, inspiring generations of dreamers and inventors to come. It all started with curiosity and a simple toy, a reminder that even the smallest spark can ignite a revolution. And for the Wright brothers, it was only the beginning of an extraordinary journey. The Wright brothers' fascination with flight grew as they studied pioneers like Otto Lilienthal, who tragically died in a glider crash. Lilienthal's daring experiments and ultimate sacrifice left a profound impression on the young inventors, fueling their determination to continue where he left off. Instead of being discouraged by the dangers, the brothers saw a problem to solve: control. They pored over every detail, determined to find a safer way to fly. They realized that flying wasn't just about staying in the air, it was about steering and stability. True flight, they believed, required a pilot to guide the craft, not just ride the wind. Wilbur's observation of twisting a box led to the idea of wing warping, allowing a pilot to control an aircraft's roll. This breakthrough was revolutionary, offering a practical solution to the problem of balance in the air. They built a biplane kite with warping wings and tested it in a Dayton field, eager to see if their theory would hold up in practice. It worked. They could control the kite's movements from the ground, proving that their ideas about control were sound and practical. This small victory proved their theory and set them on the path to building a real flying machine. Their confidence grew with each successful test. The challenge was no longer just about lift, but about mastering control. How to make a machine respond to a pilot's touch, even in unpredictable winds. Their experiments with kites and gliders laid the foundation for powered flight, each test teaching them more about the mysteries of the air. Each test brought them closer to their goal, as they refined their designs and learned from every failure and success. The brothers were now inventors, not just dreamers. Their background as bicycle makers gave them a unique perspective on balance and mechanics. Their journey was gaining momentum, and their workshop buzzed with new ideas and relentless experimentation. The next step, building a glider big enough to carry a person, was both daunting and thrilling, marking a bold leap forward. The dream of flight was becoming a reality as their creations began to leave the ground with a human on board. The sky was within reach, and the age of powered flight was just on the horizon. After their kite success, the brothers built a full-sized glider and traveled to Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, for its strong winds and soft sand. Their first glider didn't perform as expected. It lacked lift and was hard to control. Undeterred, they returned with a larger glider, but results were still disappointing. Many would have given up, but the Wrights questioned the accepted scientific data. Back in Dayton, they built a wind tunnel in their bike shop to test hundreds of wing shapes. They gathered their own data, meticulously measuring lift and drag. This hands-on research was groundbreaking. They rewrote the science of aeronautics with their experiments. The wind tunnel became their secret weapon. Their persistence and willingness to challenge conventional wisdom set them apart. They were inventors, engineers, and scientists, all in one. The solution to flight was taking shape in the back of a bicycle shop. The next glider would be different. Armed with new wind tunnel data, the brothers built a third glider for their 1902 trip to Kitty Hawk. This machine, with improved wings and a movable tail, was a leap forward. It soared, stable, responsive, and controllable. Wilbur and Orville made hundreds of flights, mastering turns and landings. They invented the three-axis control system, pitch, roll, and yaw, still used in airplanes today. The problem of flight was solved. Only power was missing. By the end of 1902, they were no longer just hopeful inventors. They were skilled pilots. Every mistake became a lesson. The lonely dunes of Kitty Hawk had become their classroom. Now, they were ready to build a machine that could truly fly. The final challenge: power. No one made a lightweight, powerful engine, so the brothers built their own with mechanic Charlie Taylor. In 6 weeks, they created a 4-cylinder, 12-horsepower engine weighing just 180 pounds. Next, they tackled propeller design, realizing airplane propellers needed to act like rotating wings. With no data to guide them, they experimented for months, carving efficient propellers from spruce. Their design converted 2/3 of the engine's power into thrust, a remarkable feat. They assembled the Wright Flyer, combining their glider's wings, the new engine, and their unique control system. A 60-foot launch rail was built on the sand. Everything was ready. The flyer was complete. The brothers prepared for their greatest test. The world's first powered airplane stood ready at Kitty Hawk. Years of work had led to this moment. The dream of flight was about to be tested. History was waiting. In December 1903, the Wright brothers returned to Kitty Hawk with the flyer. Harsh weather and setbacks delayed their first attempt. On December 14th, Wilbur tried first but crashed. After repairs, Orville took his turn on December 17th. With Wilbur steadying the wing, Orville launched down the rail. The flyer lifted off, flying for 12 seconds and 120 feet. It was the first powered, controlled, sustained flight in history. The world changed in those 12 seconds. They made 3 more flights that day, each longer than the last. Wilbur's final flight covered 852 feet in 59 seconds. The flyer was damaged by wind after the last flight, but their achievement was secure. The dream of flight was now a reality. The Wright brothers had conquered the air. Their perseverance had paid off. The impossible had become possible. The age of aviation had begun. The world would never be the same. Despite their achievement, the world was slow to believe the Wright brothers had flown. Newspapers doubted their story. Most people dismissed it as fantasy. For years their success went largely unnoticed. But the brothers kept working, refining their flyer and mastering flight in secret at Huffman Prairie. They learned to fly circles, figure eights, and stay aloft for over half an hour. In 1908, Wilbur demonstrated the flyer in France, stunning skeptical crowds with graceful, controlled flights. He became an overnight sensation. Orville wowed the U.S. Army with record-setting flights. The era of doubt ended. The Wright brothers were hailed as geniuses and heroes. They had proven the airplane's potential to the world. Their quiet persistence had paid off. The age of aviation had officially begun. The world was watching at last. The airplane changed everything: mail, travel, business, and culture. The world became smaller, journeys shorter, and connections stronger. Every flight today traces back to that windy beach in 1903. The Wrights' invention led to jets, space travel, and a global community. But their greatest legacy is how they built it. Through teamwork, perseverance, and innovation. They faced failure and skepticism, but never gave up. When data was wrong, they made their own. When engines didn't exist, they built them. Obstacles became opportunities. Remember Wilbur and Orville when you see a plane in the sky. Their story is a reminder. With curiosity and hard work, you can do the impossible. Find your own wings. Learn to fly.